Let's start with your reading, Scorpio. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's begin right away with your reading. Okay, definitely got some major cards over here. The Sun, the World, the Fool. Let's see what's going on here. The main energy for the reading today is the Six of Cups. Someone is feeling nostalgic about a situation from the past. It could be someone missing you, or you missing someone and what you had with them back then. When the Six of Cups comes up in the main energy, it usually talks about someone who feels stuck in the past and somebody who now finds themselves having to deal with regret, potentially. Regretting not taking a chance at something, not saying something, or even regretting doing too much for someone. There is an overall need for resolution, even if it's just an internal resolution. So let's see what's going on over here, Scorpio. In the recent past, we have the Emperor and the Sun. Looking back at the situation with the Sun showing up here, it really looks like you both still have good memories about this. There is a lot that happened between the two of you and a lot of happy times that you know about, that you still think about from time to time. Obviously, whatever has happened by the end of it might have prevailed and made you forget about all those happy times. But someone here is starting to get to a point where the temperature has cooled down. The pride, the ego is now not as strong as it used to be. Therefore, they're starting to see how much they miss this and how important it was for them. We'll dig deeper into this to see what might have happened in between the two of you, okay? In the present, we have the World and the Ten of Wands. It feels like you are trying to get away from this physically, as if it would also help you getting away from this emotionally. But also what I see is that you are overworking yourself, Scorpio. You're trying to stay busy. You might have a lot to deal with in general, but as far as your direction in life goes, it feels to you at times as though you were just spinning in circles, over and over again, not going anywhere and making yourself more and more exhausted at each round. The truth of the matter is that you feel out of control about something. And in order to gain back control, you're trying to find yourself once again. We'll see what else you should know about this current energy, because this is definitely key in order to move on from something and find that happiness once again, okay? We'll come back to this. In the near future, we have the Fool, new beginning, but also the Two of Swords. There is an important decision that you'll have to make soon in the future. The tricky thing about the Two of Swords is that most times, this feels just like a small decision that it's not going to impact you or your journey at all. No way that this little thing is going to change things around for me. Not at all. And obviously, most times we're wrong about it. The biggest issues to avoid are the ones we don't recognize as issues. And this might be perhaps the most important message that I give you today. So we'll come back to this as well when we clarify. Let's start clarifying and let's begin with your recent past. Queen of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Fool. So this person back then definitely represented a new beginning for you. Something you invested into, something you've taken a risk towards, and something that you really had a lot of expectations around. You know, the first thing that I see here is that this chapter of your life has gone by in what it feels like an instant. Doesn't matter how long the two of you were in each other's life, looking back at it now, it feels like it went by very, very quickly. And there are things that you wish you said back then, things you wish you shared with this Queen of Cups, or even things you wish you didn't say for some of you. But keep in mind that in hindsight, we can always find something that will make us feel regretful about how we handle the situation, you know? You definitely gave your best. I definitely see that. And you should be proud of that, no matter how things have eventually evolved, you know? To be honest with you, I don't see anything major that has happened in between the two of you, you know? Seven of Cups, there is confusion, there are misunderstandings, but nothing major. Either because you drifted apart off of a very silly argument, or maybe because the reason it's not important anymore. At this point, it doesn't feel like anything that should have ended things like this. There was a lot of love in between the two of you. And for some of you out there still is. All right, let's see what's going on in the present. Let's clarify the current energies. Ooh. Okay. King of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, the Hermit, and the Six of Cups right there once again. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to say this right away. You are looking at this wrong. Consciously or subconsciously, you're spending a lot of time trying to figure out the past, as if what you do today could change anything that has happened back then. I see right here with the Six of Cups, you're still very much focused on this. Deep down, there is something that you cannot let go of that maybe, you know, is coming from the fact that this person has just left, disappeared. They didn't try to fight for this. There is something right here that you keep thinking about and you feel resentful about, you know? Now, here is the thing. Think about where you are today, okay? Now, think where you were 1 year ago or even 5 years ago. What are you doing now and what were you doing then? You should be able to connect the dots and understand how every thought, every action, every decision you made is impacting your position today. Now, imagine that you could see what's coming next and where you're going to be 5 years from now. Often we feel that we have power only when we think in past tense. I could have started that project back then. I could have admitted the truth. I could have spoken my mind. I could have. But we fail to see how the power is still present today. And what we do or don't do now will have a major impact on our future. Do yourself a favor, Scorpio, and think about how you can impact your future more than thinking about how you can change your past, okay? Because you definitely have a new chapter, a new opportunity, very similar to that one, if not the same, we'll see, coming up for you, but you will miss out on it if you keep thinking about the past, okay? This is very, very important for you. I hope that message was clear. Now, let's see then what's coming up for you, and let's clarify the near future energy. Ten of Wands, ooh, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Three of Swords, with the Knight of Wands here, an unexpected event. This really is about, deciding how much to reveal of yourself, you know, and how much to keep inside of you instead. The first thing you're thinking over here is, here I go again, in this position in which I find myself always. I found myself here so many times before. I know what to do here. Exactly what I've already learned to do a long time ago. It's as if the autopilot is kicking in and you don't even control the vehicle anymore, you know? You're letting it doing its thing because that's what you're used to. We see right here a potential message, an opportunity to either get something off your chest or admit something that deep down you want to admit and that would set you free for some reason, you know? But you are immediately putting up this wall and saying to yourself, there is no way in hell that I'm going to tell them how I really feel. No, I'm not going to reveal that. I'm not going to show them that. It's going to be, you know, something that maybe they'll use against me or something that will make them feel in control. I don't want to do that. And as usual, you keep adding to your burden, Scorpio. Look at this 10 of Wands right here. It's definitely clear. And by the way, twice, this 10 of Wands, it's definitely showing us how you don't even know you're doing this, but you hold on to all these types of situations, disappointments, and you are the one who is getting heavier and heavier every single time. Give this burden away for once. Give it to the other person and let it go. No matter how you're going to look, no matter how things are going to evolve, that's not your main concern right now. Knight of Cups, Three of Swords, let it out. Tell them. Whatever it is, let them know in a way or another. Don't keep it to yourself, otherwise you're doing yourself a disservice. Do you see what I'm saying right here? It's time to do it now, but it's also time to learn how to give back what these people give to you. Why would you not only go through this, but also keep it in your life and carry around to your next beginning, to your next chapter, to your next relationship, whatever this was for you? Give it back to them and let it be their burden, not yours. So, Scorpio, this is the advice from the cards today. An opportunity will rise in which to get something off your chest. Don't hold back. Don't let pride get in the way. And make a conscious decision to free yourself up so that you can move forward with determination, with pride. Now, let's keep going with the reading and let's get even deeper into these messages, okay? Let's flip the reading and let's see what's currently going on with the other person. What will be this conversation about and what will come after all of this? What should you expect next in the following few months after you let go of this burden that you have been carrying around for way too long already? All right, let's keep going with your reading, Scorpio. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live 45-minute reading. I send out emails to confirm every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Scorpio. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Five of Swords, but also this Wheel of Fortune came down on the table. And this combination is definitely very important for you right now. The first thing that I see right here is that someone is being 100% straightforward this time. And this person is really calling the other person on their BS. What I see right here is that you are asking the right questions. You are saying the right things. Right here, you might be asking, what was more important to you? Being right about something, being the winner in a situation, or working on keeping this connection strong, protecting this connection? What was more important to you? What were your priorities over here? Right here, we see that also with the Five of Swords, that perhaps at first these were just silly arguments carried forward by ego. There was no real major reason, but eventually they became as heavy as the ones with the real reason because they showed you how this person doesn't care. doesn't care about protecting the relationship. They cared more about themselves and more about appearing as the winner. You see them in the background right there. They're the winner, right? But there is blood on the trail there. And it's the price that they have to pay. Nobody won back then. But now that you're calling them on their games, on their behavior, you're going to come out of this as a winner. And so definitely an important moment. Let's keep looking into it, because I do believe that this is going to change things around for you. And then we will see what else you have coming your way in the next few months, Scorpio. After you let go of this, it's time. It's just time. Let's clarify the Five of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, and let's see what this is going to be about. Ace of Wands, the Hermit, what? And the King of Cups. Well, this is definitely going to surprise you at a certain degree, because this person is going to say something, do something that you were not expecting. But it's very important for you to not lose your way, because obviously the situation hasn't changed. The conversation might happen and it might free you up, but don't let this drag you back into a dynamic that you're trying so hard to move away from. And this is what we see right here. First of all, with this